The International Blind Cafe 18 Plus presents Conversations from Booth 6.
This episode is brought to you by Thoughts 235.
Order up.
Is this the one for booth 6?
Yep.
Welcome back to Booth 6 exclusively at the International Blind Cafe. Starting something new, especially from scratch, can be a daunting task. And the men who meet at Booth 6 have done an extraordinary thing. They've met again and again to share their stories with you. And this time, they're going to take a look back from the start of this project they like to call Conversations from Booth 6. Jason, it's been quite a ride since the very beginning, this new little project that you've started, and your friends are all glad you did, and people are talking about it immensely. Go ahead and tell us about some of the things that you've heard about Booth 6.
Well, Scout, first of all, I've really enjoyed doing it. It's been quite the adventure, and I've learned a lot about the other guys in the group, and it's been a learning experience. And that's a lot what I hear from some of the people outside the circle that do the podcast, is the things they've learned about the gentlemen involved and about just the blind community as a whole. Everything from blind guys with guns to guys on the dating circuit. Like it's been a real pleasure talking to these guys from week to week, and
they really do have a lot of unique stories, don't they? I mean, it's amazing in the International Blind Cafe, all the different kinds of people that we have met over the time, and some come and go, and many more stay, and we're so happy that they do. And their perspectives and their stories are just as varied as them and their backgrounds, and it's very exciting to hear everything that they do like to share. So, one of the seasoned members, Mr. Ken, from the eastern coast of the United States, he has so many stories that I don't even know if he will ever get through telling us all of them, but it is very exciting to hear all of his travels, and especially all the people that he's ever talked to.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Ken. Hey, come on, have a seat.
Hey, guys.
Can we get
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing great.
Where's everybody anyway? It's good, just you two.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't know that everybody could meet up, so we just thought, hey, we'll just start something out and see what happened.
It's hard to pass up the International Blind Cafe. You can't walk by it. You have to come in.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
This is the spot for all the gang.
Yeah, and I was just saying, Ken, about you, and you have like this atlas of stories and people that you've met over so many decades of working in government and in advocacy and all that kind of stuff. And we are really most of the times enthralled in the things that you have to tell us.
Oh, yeah, and that's just what I can tell you. There's a lot I can't.
Oh, that's crazy. But go ahead and tell us the stuff you can't tell us.
You almost got me on that one. But unlike some people, I'm wide awake. I know what's going on. But yeah, it's good to see you guys. And this has been a good experience for me. I know I've enjoyed coming into the podcast and talking to people and sharing some stories and learning about my fellow blind members of the International Blind Cafe. It's really been interesting to learn not just the fact that we're all blind or visually impaired, but how we got there, what we do, what we did, what we're planning to do down the road. I mean, it's like blindness doesn't exist. It's like, okay, so I've got this problem here, but it's not a problem. I just work around it. And I love that attitude.
Yeah, it can be a challenge at times, I think. And but when we work together on things, we can get so much done, right? I mean, just doing something on our own can be a real hard time. But when we work together, we really do come together. Actually, hey, Terrence! Hey, guys, there's Terrence. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hey, there we go.
There he is.
Hey, Terrence.
Jeez, I didn't know.
Hey, what's happening, brother?
You walked right past us.
Man, well, listen, I just got off of work, man. I was coming by here. I needed a cheeseburger. I'm glad you yelled, man. Did you know there's a wig shop next door? Goodness gracious.
Did you go in the wrong spot?
Well, it all depends. I'll let you know in the week when my new hairpiece get back.
I need some fresh dreads.
Well, we were just talking with Ken here about the start of this thing, Conversations at Booth 6, and his take on it. He thinks it has been a really positive experience for him, at least. How's your take on it? You've shown up on the podcast a few times already, so.
Man, you know what? It's been fun. I'm not going to hold you up. We talked about a lot of stuff. You know, it's eye-opening, right? You share your stories, and then you sit back and you go, oh, hell, that really did happen. Like, oh, my God, that really happened. I really did all of that. You know, from our just being able to do stuff with technology all the way down to dating, you know, the whole employment aspect of it. You look back over and I ain't got half the centuries of Ken's experience. And,
here we go.
But yeah, well, man, here you go again. This is your third time around, you know. But listen, but even in the little short time I've been out here, man, I've been pushing, I've been hustling to just be great and to be independent, right? And meeting this wonderful group of people that's like-minded. It's been amazing. And you sit back and you listen to the podcast and you listen to the stories and you go, you know, I recap those, you know, listen to them again. I go, oh man, yeah, that really did happen. People may not believe you. It kind of, you know, our stories kind of sound like, was it a two truths and a lie, or two lies and whatever? There you go.
Well, the best part is when we're sitting around talking. There's lots of times I'll talk to you and Ken and Scout too, and I forget we're blind. Like, man, we just get on with life and just do it and get her done, as they say. Like, yeah, it's just a matter of our day to day. And there's lots of times, holy shit, and we're blind on top of it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was just out grilling the other day, right? Did some steaks and bacon wrapped shrimp. And it wasn't until I'm putting the grill up, I go, I ain't using no utensils to flip nothing. Because at some point you can't. You can't look at it and see if the steak got the crust on it. You got to reach over and feel it, right? So that's just one of those things. I wanted steak, bacon wrapped shrimp. I got steak, bacon wrapped shrimp.
Baptized in fire, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tough hands. I got the smoothest but toughest skin. Boy, what?
It is easy to forget sometimes that we haven't all been on this journey of blindness for our whole lives. And whenever I talk to, I remember one of our friends there was driving into town, and he's another Canadian. And when Jody was coming into town, I said, well, how long is it going to take you to get over here? And he said, oh, a certain amount of time. And then I said, well, you know, are you driving this road or that road? And he said, well, I'm not driving at all. I said, oh, God. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, so it's true. Sometimes we do forget. And it's, so I can see how our sighted friends, our sighted families can oftentimes forget that we're not always seeing everything that they're seeing, right? I mean, that's
absolutely.
Hey, yo, guys.
Oh, hey, Jody. There's Jody.
Boy, you know what? You mentioned his name
Jeez.
three times, and guess what?
My ears started ringing. I just thought I'd swing by here and see what's going on.
Oh, man, this is a typical thing for the cafe. There's like some sort of voodoo on it where you say somebody's name enough and poof, they just appear out of thin air for sure.
Yeah.
Well, sit down, man. We'll get you a coffee and Terrence will buy you a cheeseburger.
Jason, what's going on?
Hey, no, not much. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's uncanny how that Beetlejuice
Yeah.
the Beetlejuice effect seems to happen almost all the time in the cafe.
What? They might.
It really does. It really does.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking, Jody, about forgetting that we don't have sight sometimes and how it's probably understandable that our sighted folks around us oftentimes forget, because as someone who's been living with sight loss my whole life, I oftentimes forget that you fellas are also living this blind life. And I mean,
Well, I'm gonna say when I log on to the cafe, it's like, to me, when I log on, I hear the names, I hear the voices. You guys are just you guys. The blindness part doesn't even pop into my head. When I walk in, I see it's Scout, it's Ken, it's whoever, you know. That's all I think. I don't even imagine you guys as visually impaired. You forget.
well, that's good because I have a face for radio. So
Yeah.
That's a problem I've got when I come on and I hear the voices and I go, oh my God, what are they telling me? Oh, it's the guys.
he's taken a call and now he's been dumped back into the voice chat. And he's like, wait, what? What? Am I dreaming? That's funny. That's and it happens, right? I mean, because there's so very many people who we do meet, and we get familiar with voices, right? And I know that when I first joined the cafe, there was Terrence and Tremaine, and my understanding was that they were both from the same town, and so I'm like, okay, and they both start with T. And I've told these guys, hey man, you need to start your own show, man. You guys are lit, you're on fire, and you need to have your own thing, just the two of you, you know. And I won't even say the name of it here so that you guys won't, so I can't, you know, go back on you and get some of that those Benjamins once you make them. But you know, Tremaine, I used to call him Terrence all the time, and it's because their voices, and I think, okay,
I'm
Detroit.
I'm looking for the big dude just came in.
And
he's up
and
there.
you know what?
6.
The thing of it is that I'd always get in trouble. He'd say, no, I'm not Terrence, and I'd say, oh yeah, right.
Did I miss the invitation?
hey.
You know,
I thought
I was next door at the wig shop picking up my wife's wig, and she told me she saw Terrence.
Oh, is that you,
And
Terrence?
I'm like, Terrence. And I was like, he must have been next door to get the cheeseburgers, because the cheeseburgers is fire over here in the International Cafe.
Yeah,
That's right.
You
And
just
she's
missed me.
like, I walk in, I say, I'm looking for the blind dude. She say, which one? I'm like, which one? And she's like, yeah, it's a table full of them over there. I'm like, these guys.
oh yeah,
Nobody called me.
made it sound like an all-you-can-eat platter. There's a table full of them over there.
Hey, well, you know why? Because blind guys feel better.
I went there.
That's true.
Ooh, yeah. It's a good
It's
one.
true, ladies. Try it out.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy,
Blind
the dad
guys-
jokes are out. The dad jokes are out.
Blind guys work harder too.
Damn
This
right.
is it.
We got to work hard, you know, to maintain the status quo, because people always underestimate you when you're blind. So you're forced to work harder just to prove people wrong. And it's crazy.
Man, that's so true.
I'll be right back. I got to order one of them cheeseburgers. It's looking real tasty over there.
Yeah, I don't know
Terrence.
why
I'm
she's
actually
coming
hungry.
over.
Hey, listen. So what I need you to do is pick up another one, because Scout inadvertently promised. Jody.
I'm gonna go call Eddie while I'm away because he gonna be just as mad as me.
Get him over here.
If he don't share,
he should be over here anyways. Yeah,
that's right.
Because he loves the cheeseburgers here too.
All
That's
you gotta
right,
do
man.
was follow the sound of the screams he used to do with the German Shepherd walking up the street.
Yeah, right.
Them leader dogs.
He doesn't bark, I swear.
Let's call Eddie over here. Hey, Dexter, come here.
Dexter. Come on, Dexter. Find a door. Find a door.
See, he's leading the dog.
Hey,
He's
guys.
leading the dog.
I'm going to call Eddie, and he already. Y'all must. Eddie, did they call you? Because they ain't call me.
No, they called me earlier, but reminded me. But
Mentioned his name
Scoot
3
over.
times.
God,
Come on, Dexter.
that guy takes up a lot of room.
find a seat, Dexter. Find a seat. Find a seat. There you go. Good boy. Good boy.
Not that's my
Lena
lap.
licked
No,
my
Whoa. Excuse me. Sorry, I thought you were one seat over. Sorry.
this ain't mall time with Santa. Move over.
How's everybody doing out here?
Oh, pretty
What up,
good.
Ed?
Pretty good, man.
What's
Yeah,
going
good
on?
night.
I didn't know
Jay.
everybody was showing up today, so
Oh, it's
but
Sunday.
that's all good. We'll let Jason cover the tab. It's
Certainly.
right.
or Terrence. He's
Somebody
just
have
got
a
off work.
cheeseburger at the table? Someone have a cheeseburger at the table? I saw a cheeseburger.
Jason, Officer.
Man.
Yeah, they out here. They out. You gonna get Tremaine's going up there? You want to get you one?
Yeah, I gotta order me a cheeseburger too. That smell good, man.
Onion rings and a slice of apple pie. Oh, boy.
Man, listen.
mistake.
Man, listen. He preaching. Where your collar at? Rev?
I think we're gonna have to get them seeing glasses. Ken got to look at this menu.
That's right. Yes.
We're gonna need Ken to bring out that box of access technology he got.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wow. We didn't know. I mean, break out that midnight menu and see what's on the good side of the other side of the, you know what I mean?
All right.
Shots all the way around.
That
right.
side of me come with whiskey. Yes, sir.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll buy that for $1.
You drink when the wind changes.
Yep.
Well, I was asking some of these fellas, whenever Terrence inadvertently walked past us, I think he might have been meeting somebody else, but I was asking some of these fellas earlier about what they thought about Booth 6 and their experience of starting something new. And for a lot of you, was the very first time you had been on recordings and shared openly about your own lives. So, Eddie, I mean, how's this experience been for you?
I think it's been cool. I've never done a podcast like this before, and this is the first time doing it. And a little nervous the first time, but I'm quite comfortable at it, and it's quite enlightening with everything. Like you said, other guys have said here that you've learned a lot from other friends out here, and learning different things about people, and it's entertaining for me, and it's helped spend a lot of time when you're sitting at home alone by yourself with no one to talk to. There's so many people you can call on a phone and talk and speak with, but coming out here, there's always someone to talk to. And it helps the time go faster, and lots of laughs, and learned a lot of things from people, how to do things. Jason with his cooking show that he does, videos, learned how to do some of that cooking just by coming into the group and learning things. So I enjoy it a lot.
Well, that's a good point, Eddie, about how if you log on to the Discord server for the International Blind Cafe, and you just wait a few minutes, you see there may not be anybody in the voice channel, like a Big Al's Diner or the Full Cell Saloon. If you're just there and you give it just a few minutes even sometimes, and maybe do something else, listen to your emails being read out or something, inadvertently you'll get to doing some of the task, and bing, bing, you'll get the notification someone's joined the chat. And most of you have said something that I think is very important. Friends. And, I know that, Tremaine, you and and Terrence were friends long before joining the International Blind Cafe. But can you speak to how making new friends, being a member of the cafe, has went for you, and how other, maybe give a tip on to somebody who's thinking, I'm pretty shy, I don't think I can join this voice chat thing. How could you encourage them?
I mean, hold on, let me finish doing.
Your cheeseburger has seeds.
Yeah, man, poppy seeds.
That's the bacon, man. That's the bacon.
Extra bacon.
Oh my
Cafe,
God.
you know, it's been a hell of an experience. It's like when I first started in the cafe, I just knew maybe 5 blind people total. Yeah, maybe 5 blind people total when I started in the cafe, and now I know, you know, more than my fingers and toes put together. And it's just like one of them places, even if you're shy and you come to the cafe, if you sit there long enough, people will engage with you. It's not like how you are in the sighted world. When you're in the sighted world, you just sit there and nobody engages with you. But here in the cafe, you come in, if you're shy, people's going to engage you. They're going to try to talk to you. You know, they're going to... It may seem like they even grilling you a little bit because they want to know more about you. Like, where you from? How much sight do you got? What's your mama's name? What's your credit score? No.
Yeah.
That's right.
Last 4 digits of your social security number.
What's your credit card number?
Like, yeah. Can I get your billing address? No, I'm just playing. And then, and now that the cafe is, you know, it's grown even wider now since we have a website, you know, internationalblindcafe.com, you know, just to put it out there. I expect it to grow even more with people, and you know, now I got a bunch of more voices I got to remember, but it's all funs and games when you know what I'm saying, and it brightens your spirit when you come into the room, and it's like, hey, there's Pimp Daddy K over there, and he got a story from Moses days to tell you, but you know, you learn your history.
Right.
That's right. Let me lead you to the river.
It's been a really great adventure from when we started the cafe, and we've moved on. I thought we'd get 10, 15, 20 people. I wanted blind people I could talk to because I was the only blind person I knew when I went blind, and it's turned into this wonderful group of friends who've been supportive in some rough times we've gone through in life going blind, and we support each other in losses of family members and stuff, and we also share in each other's joy and laughs, the birth of grandchildren, and all that other. And it's been a fabulous adventure. And sitting with this group of guys on a weekly basis is just a small segment of the cafe population, where we're here in Booth 6, just sharing what it is to be a guy in the blind world. And it's been that, and that's just the amazing part. And like Jermaine said, we've grown to theinternationalblindcafe.com. You can see us on YouTube at the International Blind Cafe YouTube. We're on Facebook at the International Blind Cafe. And if you want the interactive live stuff, you go to Discord, and it's the International Blind Cafe. And if you enjoy the entertainment of the guys here, and like I said, it's just a segment. It's a bunch of guys and a bunch of good ladies too, and it's great that we got together with this group of guys. There's a couple guys that are notably missing, but it's coming in the summertime, and they're off at the cottages because I know Christopher would love to have been here, and Dion too, and just summer plans and. So sitting with everybody has been wonderful, and we got next season.
Hey, see, I don't want to interrupt you, but hey, Jody, what is that you just ordered? That drink looks good. I can't see it, but I know she just brought you a drink, so I'm just wondering.
Like a triple decker sandwich with a milkshake on the side.
The food here is good, and
You're skinny.
And it's always the conversations better. And next season we'll bring in some other gentlemen who want to participate and come join us in the cafe, and we're going to address some other issues. So.
Wow, you just recognize people's voices just when they just walk in and say hi. They say hi, and everybody in the room knows who's there.
Oh, for sure. Even behind some of the silly nicknames.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and you know what? We can connect here now that we've got a website, merchandise. International Blind Cafe toothbrush, the International Blind Cafe, Scotch glass, the International Blind Cafe T-shirt, long sleeve and short sleeve.
Don't forget the coffee mugs.
Coffee mug,
right.
yeah.
The coffee mugs. That's right.
No, hold the whipped cream.
And the water bottles.
The sky's the limit, guys.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I just ordered me one of those strawberry shakes, no whipped cream.
Oh no.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
I'm glad you're living there.
There's no whipped cream. You can't put the cherry on it.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah.
Hold on. You guys, you got a point. Excuse me, baby. Yeah, go ahead and put that whipped cream in the cherry.
No.
There you go.
You might as well. It's included. So
I just want to make sure, Jason, you picking up this tab before I order my milkshake?
Yeah.
no, it's Terrence.
It's
Terrence is paying this time. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, I'll have a steak.
He's
He's gonna have steak on top of the
triple
on
decker.
top of the triple decker.
Triple decker sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gained 5 pounds. Just
I didn't think you could eat that much.
I'm gonna eat. I just want a nice garden salad. That's all I want.
a nice garden salad to go with your cheeseburger.
Even
that was on your cheeseburger.
I don't know. Baked double cheeseburger with extra bacon. Because everything's better with bacon.
That's why I said the garden salad was on his cheeseburger. It was the lettuce, the onion, the tomato, and the pickle. That was your garden salad right there.
It's a good point to make that be forewarned when you join the voice chats in the cafe. Invariably, it never fails. The conversation will always go back to food. What somebody had today, what they're cooking tomorrow, what their favorites at Christmas are, whatever, holidays. It always goes back to food. And I think that's because food, as a foodie myself, and Ken and I are foodies, and we have other foodies in the group, will tell you, food is essential to family and friendship and fun. It's the comfort that brings us all together. And I think that's one of the big points about our blind community is that the more we come together, the more we can accomplish as a whole, as a team. And I know that these fellas who have been part of Booth 6 are looking forward to a whole nother series of times that they will get to share all their stories with all of you. And as a reminder, the internationalblindcafe.com will give you easy access to joining us on Facebook, Discord, and our our digital content that we produce, which is these podcasts, and we're hoping to produce even more. And if you would like to be either featured on Booth 6 or possibly on The Cauldron, which is the women's interest podcast that the cafe puts on, we'd like to hear from you. Most definitely, you can get in touch with us through any of our social media, or there's also tibc.ambassador@gmail.com. And if you have any questions or comments, or you would like to be featured on one of our productions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. And I know that these guys are fond of bringing our message to you.
You got to give them the phone number, 976 Braille. 976 Braille.
I wish that was true. That's the next project. Thanks, Terrence. I didn't have enough on my plate already.
If your plate's getting too heavy, you can pass that steak this way.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Okay, back to food again.
Yeah, man. Look, I got a fork. I will stab. Just kidding.
Jody got my back, right, Jody?
How about yo? Always, man.
With him and that cane, right? Him and that cane. He's getting good at it. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to thank all of you, fellas, for having the courage to step up to being on the podcast and sharing your stories with the whole world. And thanks to all the members of the cafe who support us and encourage us all the time by listening to episodes and giving us all kinds of ideas, some good and some not so good, right? They can't all be Jim's, for sure. And thanks to Jason for believing in us and saying, "Hey, yeah, let's do this, guys. Let's try. Hey, we're always trying something new as a blind person, so why not start something else new, right?"
One big family.
Yep.
And Scout,
Yeah, for sure.
most of all, Scout, let's thank the listeners, the people that actually tune into these podcasts and are entertained by the guys just having a great time. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
thank
Cheers
you,
to them.
everybody.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Yep.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Salute.
Bye.
Salute.
Drinks all the way around on Terrence.
Goodbye.
Wait, what? No.
Oh,
Don't believe
of
that.
course. Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot.
If you'd like to join us, there's always a seat for you in booth 6 at the International Blind Cafe, Discord server, and Facebook group.
Sweet.